What's happening, YouTube? So in this video, it's going to play for me here while I record this. I'm going to do just a voiceover on what I'm actually doing and how I run a skid steer and my thought process behind it with different scenarios. And this project here really only, I mean, it's pretty simple. You can't get much more simple than this in a lot of ways, but there was about 160 yards there that we had already dumped, and we just had to fill in this hole. They were going to do an addition. Long story short, it just didn't work out within the family. We'll just leave it at that. So unfortunately, they're not going to addition, and we're just filling in the hole, knocking in the block, and calling that good. So the sand's already there, and as you can see, like, one of the things that I see a lot of beginners do, every beginner that I've ever watched or noticed, and I'm saying this for the guys that have worked for me, you can see what I'm doing here. I'm basically like pushing the dirt. I'm not trying to scoop it and haul it all over there. And it's only, I don't know, it might be 100 feet or so. It's not very far. So for me, and trying to be as efficient and as fast as possible with skid steer and moving dirt, is you sort of use it like a dozer. So keep the blade down on the ground and just keep pushing dirt, and you will see in this video actually how much dirt this machine pushes. I feel like you can get about 3 yards, a solid 3 yards of dirt, and that 95 will brute right on through it and just push it. And you can see too here, I think, do I do it right here? I don't know, but I'll take a scoop and I'll just dump it in the middle. Yeah, right there. I just dumped it in the middle, and then I'll just grab it on the next run or next push through. I'm also staying rather high in all of this because there is topsoil down under where we piled all that material. All the utilities are to the front or towards the front of the machine on the other side. We're not working over there. There is a phone line in the ditch that's behind us, but the ditch still has grass in it and should be pretty easy to stay out of. But pushing the dirt, see, there I go again, pushing the dirt that way, now I'm just kind of backing up to get on the other side of the pile, and I'm going to probably push through this whole pile right here. I mean, bam, there's a yard, a light yard, and then it just keeps on going and pushing. And the machine's like, you're working it, that's probably one of the reasons why on the old machine, the 90-2 that I had, why the sprockets were, not the sprockets, but the idlers were so worn, because there was so much pressure and tension. I mean, that's how I use this machine. If there are any times when I'd be pushing dirt like this, it's pushing, I'd say 3 times the amount that's in the bucket right there. We're also leaving that part of the wall open and not backfilled at this moment because we are retying in the drain tile. We'll put some stone on there, and then we got to put the new window well on also. Back to kind of what I was saying though, a lot of people will, instead of just pushing like this, they'll take a scoop, go and dump it, and then right here they would turn around, right? So they do a turnaround. I'm going to push that wall down. They'd turn around, then they'd go back and get another scoop and turn around again. And I don't know, I prefer the backing up method, sort of also called slot dozing. It's a real similar process to that. That's where I figured it out at. I don't know if anybody told me how to do this, but that's how I do it. But the other theory is too, for me, although it didn't really pan out necessarily so well with the old machine based on the idlers needing to be replaced, is that if you don't make all those turns, you're making thousands of less turns over the life cycle of the tracks or the undercarriage, and hopefully the undercarriage would last longer. So it kind of, I guess, proved true with the old machine to a point where I didn't need I got good life out of the tracks. I was going to be happy if I got 1,000 hours out of the tracks in the old machine. It had, what did it have? 1,400 hours on it. And the tracks were still in like, compared to a lot of tracks I've seen, they were still in like pretty decent shape. But they definitely needed to be replaced, at least for my liking. So turning less while you're operating the machine is always a benefit to the longevity of the machine or the tracks, the undercarriage, and it's got to be a lot faster. I haven't done it the other way, but you're not turning around at every 100-foot interval. You're just pushing the dirt, dumping it, backing up, grabbing it, pushing it, dumping it, backing up. It's just repeating that process over and over. And this 150 yards that was there, I don't know, it took like about an hour to move. Had to mess around with that little tree, push the block in. Like it's a really simple process, but I guess the biggest thing I could share with you guys, if you want to learn or don't know or whichever, definitely no turning around. Just forward and backwards, forward and backwards, forward and backwards. Push as much material as you can. Use the skid steer more like a dozer rather than like a tractor or skid steer. The trick is to learn, and it's kind of a feel thing because you can't see it. When your bucket's full, if you tilted it down, you could dig right in and take a big chunk out of the topsoil or the yard that's there. So you have to know and kind of feel where, like see right here, it'd be really easy to tilt that bucket down and dig right in. But kind of the way that I have learned with this machine and other machines is you set the boom all the way down and you kind of ride the back side of the bucket, the back underside of the bucket, and you use that like as a fulcrum point, if you will, or to sort of feel how your blade is angled. Wow, I think I'm in the shop and it was like there was a mouse in the there's mice in the shop, that's for sure, and I think it was up in the ceiling. Anyways, so use that back of the blade as a fulcrum point to sort of judge where your blade's at and how much you're going to cut or how much you're going to drop. So that's how I use that. That's my theory on it. A lot of like the bucket theory and pushing material I kind of use with Harley raking as well. So you put the Harley rake on, you've got the point in the front though where it rides on the wheels, so you've got another balance or gauge point from on the attachment, so you get a little more control out of it that way. But that's basically how I run the skid steer. And if I can push the dirt with the skid steer, I push it. I rarely ever like pick a bucket up and take it around and then dump it. If you were to take it and just take one scoop at a time with this machine, it would have probably been like a 2.5 hour project. It just takes so much longer. There, I'm just trying to scrape the top of the topsoil in that ditch to get the little bit of sand off there. So I think that's really about it. If you guys want to keep watching this, go ahead. I'll just keep letting it play. There should be about, I think, another 7 minutes or so. But that's basically all I have to say on how to operate a skid steer when you're just pushing dirt, running dirt. There's a lot of other different intricacies that you have to learn when you're running a machine, any machine, and everybody has their own different style and approach at it. This has always worked for me and gets things done in a timely fashion. So as for this job, all the snow melted this weekend. I thought we were going to get lucky and have some nice dry weather. But no, today I think we're getting another 6 to 8 inches of snow. So hence why I'm making another YouTube video. And yeah, so we're just gonna, let the roads get full of snow and deal with the dirt when it doesn't snow. So that's about it. I appreciate you guys watching. Let me know what you guys think and how you guys operate or other questions you have on operating. and I'll do my best to answer those in future videos. So, all right, I'm out of here. Thanks for watching. Appreciate you guys. Subscribe and give the video a thumbs up. I would appreciate that, and we'll talk to you all later. All right, see ya.